What's going on, guys? In today's project, we're talking about an absolutely trashed pair of Red Wing boots. Now, by far, these have to be the worst conditioned Red Wings that I've had come into the shop. The leather's worn, it's really tired, it's never been conditioned or cleaned in the last 40 years of its life, but they are the customer's favorite boots, so we're going to do our best to get them back to some sort of former glory. So guys, join us today for the full Iron Ranger rebuild. Okay, so now we're going to begin the breakdown process on these super worn out Red Wing boots. Now we're going to be taking all these old materials off, right down to the bare uppers. We're going to get these guys looking fresh and revamped back up to their former glory. So guys, join us today for this full Iron Ranger rebuild. I know that you guys are going to be stunned by this end result. So let's get going. All right, so that's our boots completely stripped down. We removed all the materials we need to remove from them. So let's take a look at what's going on the inside here. So first look on the inside, we've got our usual Red Wing issue where the gemming is separating itself from the footbed here. That's to be expected with the age and the amount of wear that these boots have had. Our heel round at the back, just made of fiberboard. That thing is completely crumbled, so we're going to be replacing that and upgrading it to a nice piece of leather at the back. We're just going to pop some glue in the areas here that are coming away, and then we'll get some conditioning put back into these uppers. Alright, so now's the time to get these guys conditioned up. They've never been conditioned or treated throughout the whole of their lifetime, so we're going to have to do a ton of cleaning and a ton of conditioning, a lot of nice creams and polishes back into these to try and get some nutrients back into this really worn out, tired leather. So we're going to start with some saddle soap. Get some water in there, apply this to the brush, and we're just going to really attack these uppers with a whole load of this stuff just to get them nice cleaned It's the best time to do it now when all the soles are off, because we can really get into the well area, which is really dry and cracking in certain areas. So this is just going to add a lot of protection and cleaning and some colouring back into these super worn out uppers. Now there's quite a lot of dirt and debris under the tongue area here. Now I think the customer has really used these for pretty much anything. There's loads of little paint dots on here, so he must have been decorating the house or something. We've got red and blue dots and white dots all over them, so we're just going to use some comes off cleaner and strip all these old paint marks off. Okay, so the last step on conditioning and cleaning these is adding in some Saphir Universal Cream. Now this is going to add a lot of conditioning straight back into these dried out uppers. I'm going to get them looking really, really good. Because they're so dry, I'll probably put this one coat on, let this dry for a bit, and then slap a second coat on just for some extra protection. Now after some cleaning and conditioning, you wouldn't believe that these are the same boots. So this is obviously the before, this is the after a ton of conditioner, some saddle soap cleaning. Wow. Now the patina is super beautiful on these ones now. These ones, not so much, but definitely when they've been cleaned and conditioned, they're kind of getting back to their original colour. So we're going to use some mouldable cork for this rebuild. I feel that this is going to be a little bit better than the usual cork sheets that I use. It's going to really allow me to get into all the wee nooks and crannies on these soles. Because they're so worn, it's the best way to get into all those little areas that the sheet might just miss. So I'm going to put a nice coating of this on. Now this cork takes about a good hour to dry before we can sand it down. Unlike the sheet cork, which is literally glue in place, sand, and good to go. So a little bit extra time for the process using this stuff, but it is a great product. So that's the glue is dried on our boots and our soles. So we're just going to chuck our sole into the flash heater here, get this sole nice and tacky again, get it stuck onto the shoe. Alright, so now we're going to groove a channel around this sole for the stitches to lie in. This is going to help any premature wear on the stitching so that they don't break and the sole comes away. Now we've got a little pad here. We're just going to use this to lubricate up the sole. That way prevents it from sticking and getting caught when this guy is rotating round. Okay, so now it's time to get these soles stitched on. We're going for a brown thread on the welt and a white thread on the bottom. The bottom white thread is really going to pop against the brown sole there, I think. A little bit of natural edge and ink on the side here to bring out that beautiful tone of leather. Alright guys, so that's completely done with this week's massive restoration project. Now I have to say these Red Wings came into the shop in probably the worst condition that I've ever had Red Wings, and I'm really happy to say, with a bit of love, attention to detail, we've managed to get these guys back to their former glory. So let me know what you guys think about this full restoration in the comments below. Drop me a like, hit me a comment up, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out guys.